Well, good evening and welcome to another Waterloo Pirates teener baseball game featuring your Waterloo Pirates versus Pardeeville. We're on the road at Pardeeville on July 6th, and we will be getting to baseball here shortly. Top three in the Waterloo lineup: Trey, Gavin, and Mason Reedy. And Trey is ready to step in here, and we'll have the first pitch momentarily. And Trey swings and misses at the first one. Strike one. And that one's over Trey's head. That'll even the count at a ball and a strike. And that's popped over here to the first baseman. And that is dropped in fair territory. So Trey will reach via the air. And Gavin steps in now with a runner on first. And Trey is back, but the misplayed by the first baseman. And Trey will go to second on the play. Runner in scoring position now for Waterloo. And that ball is just inside. Trey is off at the pitch. Gavin swings through it. And Trey will be safe at third. The ball goes into left field, and Trey will score. So, one batter, one run. And Gavin steps in with nobody on. And that is behind Gavin. 2-1. And Gavin swings through that one on the outside corner. Even at 2-2. And Gavin puts that one right up the middle. And Waterloo's first hit of the game. And Mason Reedy will step to the plate with a runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the first. And Waterloo already up 1-0. Gavin off at the pitch, and Mason gets out ahead of one right over top of the third base coach's head, for the first strike. And throw back to first, but Gavin is back in time. Gavin's off again, and Mason fouls one straight back at me. Mason's quickly down in a hole, 0-2. A quick pitching visit to the mound here by the coach. Perhaps just trying to calm him down a little bit. Catcher remains back here talking to the umpire, but the rest of the infield has joined the coach on the mound. maybe a decision here or maybe a strategy to maybe not throw anything to Mason over the plate. And nice step off there, but no throw. And that's to Mason, and that is fouled over the Waterloo dugout and unable to be corralled there by the left fielder. So we'll do it again at 0-2. Top of the first, Waterloo leading 1-0 already, and nobody out. Gavin is on first. And steps off and throws over to first, and Gavin is back with the head first slide. So paying a lot of attention to Gavin over at first. He's been off with every pitch anyway. So maybe just trying to keep him a half a step closer. And there, it's over his head, and Gavin is going to be in there safe at second with a stolen base. Runner in scoring position now for Mason with a 1-2 count. And Mason swings through that one. So one down now in the top of the first, and Shea steps in with Gavin on second. And a run in. Gavin bluff steal, if you will. I can get my words out here. Beautiful night for baseball here in Pardeeville. It's overcast. And Shea reaches out with one. Nice snag by the third baseman. Throws over in time to get Shea at first, but Gavin takes third on the play. And that brings up Tucker. And that is over Tucker's head. There's a pitch right on the outside corner. 1-1 now. Outfield straight away. That's inside. 2-1. And Tucker pokes one over to short and misplayed there, and that is going to be safe. And another run scores for Waterloo. They lead 2-0.
Come on, Pete. Here we go now, kid. Stay hot now.
And Avery steps in now, batting sixth. And ball is high, and Tucker has that base stolen. But he will hold it second on the mishandle by the second baseman. So, and now the ball goes over to the catcher on a missed throw, and Tucker will take third on the play. Oh. Pitcher's able to corral it this time, and he's got the ball heading in the mound, so Tucker will stop at third. And it's 1-0 to Avery. And Avery foul tipped that one into the catcher's glove. We'll do it again at 1-1. There you go. Stay aggressive. And Avery swings through that one. Strike two. One and two. And Avery foul tips that one. So 1-2 to Avery. Tucker's on third, 2 runs in the inning. Top of the first, Waterloo leads 2-0. Avery found one he liked, and he hits it over to second. Grounder is misplayed by the first baseman. Avery is safe on the error, and Tucker will score. No RBI on the play. Waterloo now leads 3-0. And Wyatt steps in. That ball is fouled off over by the on-deck circle. And fouled straight back again by Wyatt. 0-2 now. Avery not going on the play. And Wyatt rifles one to center. And Avery will stop at second. No runners on first and second. Wyatt stays hot. And Dylan steps in. First and second. That ball is high. Pitch is high, excuse me. 1-0. And Dylan hits one out to left. And that will be caught out there for the third out of the inning. But Waterloo does damage in the top of the first, scoring 3 times on 3 base hits. And they strand 2. Coming up now into the bottom of the first inning, it is Waterloo 3. Pardeeville coming up. So this is the second game that we'll be playing against Pardeeville this year. Earlier game this year on the 17th of June, Waterloo victorious 16-0. Shea pitched a 4-hit shutout in that game. Not sure who's going to be on the mound here. And looks like Avery will be the starting pitcher tonight. Avery last worked in the game against Madison Kennedy. Pitched 2 scoreless innings. Struck out 5. So defensively for Waterloo, Avery on the mound, Trey behind the plate. First to third, Dylan. Gavin, Mason, and Jacob at third. Right field is Wyatt, center field Tucker. Left field is Wyatt, center field is Tucker, and right field is Emmanuel. So first pitch here in the bottom of the first is in there, swinging, strike 1. Avery starts him off with a high and tight fastball. That ball is just a little bit high, evens the count, ball and a strike. That one is inside and swung on and missed, strike 2. And that is high, 2-2. And that ball is low and outside. Good scoop by Trey to keep it in front of him. Full count to the opening batter here in the bottom of the first. And that ball is popped up. Who's got it? Tucker coming in and drops in front of him. So bloop single starts off the bottom of the first, excuse me. We'll see if Pardeeville is aggressive on the mounds as Waterloo was in the first inning. And he throws back over to first, but the runner is back in time. And coming home with it and swung on and missed, strike one. And off with the pitch, and Trey gets it, and there in plenty of time. The runner is, so stolen base. But the pitch was a strike, so Avery ahead 0-2. But Pardeeville with a runner in scoring position. And Avery delivers home, and that is right down the middle. Caught looking for the first out. And brings up the third batter in the Pardeeville lineup. First lefty of the game for either team. And Avery delivers, and that is grounder over to third, misplayed by Jacob. Over to short, fires over to first, but he is safe. So runners on the corners now for Pardeeville, with only one down here in the bottom of the first. Waterloo leading 3-0. And Avery throws that one and swung on and missed, and he's coming home. Foul tip. So runners need to go back. And ball up top. No throw down to second. So Pardeeville threatening here with runners on second and third with only one out. That is swing and a miss. And Avery, that one's high to Avery, and throws down to third. And now it's a rundown, and the runner is tagged out at home. So a throw back to third by Trey after the pitch is delivered, and Jacob is able to hold on to that and get him down. Throw back to Trey, and second out recorded. So the runner on second holds at second, but two down now for Pardeeville, and the count is 1-2. And Avery throws that one on the inside corner, swing and miss. So Avery gets in a little trouble in the first inning, able to pitch out of it. Trey with some great defense, snap throw down to third. And Pardeeville is turned away in the first. So through one inning of play, it is Waterloo 3, Pardeeville nothing. Coming up for your Pirates, Mason, Dolphin, Jacob, and Ryan. As I was saying last half inning, this is the second time that Waterloo and Pardeeville have hooked up. The last time was not quite 3 weeks ago. It was a game that saw Waterloo scratch out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. And they were issued a season high 11 walks. So Waterloo is able to keep the scoreless streak going against Pardeeville. That makes it 5 innings in now of scoreless baseball. Oh, a nice throw down to second by the Pardeeville catcher. Left-handed catcher, I should say. And now we have a left-handed batter in Mason Dolphin. And opening pitch of the second inning is fouled off. Strike one. And Mason Dolphin fouls the second one off. 0-2 now. And Mason Dolphin with a little chopper over to the pitcher, but he's recorded via the out. So scoring along with us at home, that's a 1-3 ground out. And brings up Jacob. And Jacob with a hot grounder over to short. Booted on the play, but Jacob will take first on the play. He is safe. And Ryan steps in with a runner on first. Jacob with a two-step lead over there. And pitches to Ryan and fouled straight back over me. And into the yard across the street. 0-1 to Ryan. And a step off and throw back to first, and Jacob is in with a head-first slide. Waterloo runners drawing a lot of attention from the Pardeeville pitcher so far in the first inning plus. Jacob not on the move, and ball is outside to Ryan, evens the count. Hit a ball and a strike. And Ryan fouls that one. 1-2. Ryan in the first game against Pardeeville, 0 for 0 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. And there's Ryan with a grounder over to third. Picks and throws to second, and the ball is in time on the fielder's choice ground out. So Ryan will take first on the fielder's choice and brings up Emmanuel now with 2 down. And Emmanuel swings through that one, and Ryan is off with the pitch, and stolen base for him. Waterloo with a runner in scoring position. Now in the top of the second, leading 3-0. Pitch coming home, and Emmanuel pops one straight up to third. And corralled for the third out. So Waterloo strands a runner, but fails to score and maintains their 3-0 lead. A very still night here in Pardeeville, Wisconsin. If there's any breeze, it's blowing from right to left. Avery back on the mound for his second inning of work. So positions all remain the same. I see Shea is out in right. I think he was out in right last half inning, not Emmanuel. So we will be the same defensive alignment for Waterloo in this second inning. And Avery with his attempted knuckleball. Come on, Trey, you got to catch those, buddy. Opening pitch of the bottom of the second inning for Avery is a bunt. Trey picks it up and fires to first in time and records the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out. Pardeeville trying to get something going with the small ball and almost successful there. And there's a pitch on the outside corner. Strike one. And there's number two on the outside corner. Strike two. Oh, and attempted curveball, and Avery hits the batter. So, runner on first for Pardeeville. And one down. And Avery with a throw back to first, but runner is back in time. Good lead over there, but that ball is grounded over to second. Nice stop by Gavin. Over to first for one, over to the second for one, and over to first. Not in time. So, nice diving stop by Mason to get the lead runner. Nice diving stop by Gavin, excuse me. So 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And he is foul ball into the lake over here. Big lead over there at first. And there's a foul ball straight back. 0-2 now. And Avery throws that one. That one's high, and Trey throws down to second. But in with a steal. So 1 and 2 now on the hitter, but Pardeeville with a runner in scoring position on second. With Waterloo leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. So a throw back to second, and Avery throws it up the third base line. Mason was unable to glove that. I think the runner would have been safe anyway, but just making him think about it anyway. So 1 and 2, and swings through that one on the inside corner, and Avery records his third strikeout of the game. So Avery pitches around a hit batter, and Waterloo leads through 3-0. Due up for Waterloo, we are back to the top of the order. Trey, Gavin, and Mason. I was talking to some of the Waterloo contingent here, trying to figure out if this is the same pitcher or not. Nah, it's got to be a new pitcher. So we're back to live baseball here. Top of the third inning, Waterloo up 3-0. And Trey steps in. And Trey with the first pitch, looking for strike one. The second pitch is fouled off. And Trey quickly in a hole, 0-2. And there's a rip over to short. Fires over to first. And just got him in time. Close play over at first. But it does not go Waterloo's way. So 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the third. And Gavin steps in, who's 1 for 1. And that's inside to Gavin. That is outside. A nice stop by the Pardeeville catcher. 2-0. Hitters count. Look for something to drive here, Gavin. Ooh, big swing and a miss. 2-1 now. Outside, 3-1. And Gavin swings at that one, and that's a bloop into center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Gets past the center fielder, but not far enough for Waterloo. Gavin to advance to second. But Gavin is 2 for 2 on the day. Brings up Mason, who struck out in the first. Gavin with a modest lead over there, 2.5 steps, and throw over there, but Gavin was already headed back. And Mason takes a shot, and that is way out to left. And that's going to roll up to the fence. Gavin jogging around third. He is going to score. And Mason will stop with a double at second. And ball gets away from the third baseman. And Mason will take third on the play. So double in an error, but we'll give Mason an RBI on that one. And Waterloo leads 4-0. Shea 0 for 1 with a ground out his first time up. And Shea with a rocket down left field line, but just foul. So Shea down 0-1. One down in the top of the third inning. Waterloo with a run in, and they lead 4-0. So the visit is over. And we'll be back to live baseball here momentarily. Shea in an 0-1 hole. And throw over to third. And Mason is back, but the third baseman cannot snag it. And just like that, Waterloo leads 5-0. And Shea with a shot out to center. And caught out there by the center fielder for the second out of the inning. And Tucker will step in, who is 1 for 1 on the day. And Tucker with a grounder over to third, and just under his glove. And Tucker 2 for 2 today. Brings up Avery, who reached on an error in the first inning. Tucker with a pretty good lead over there, but he's back standing. And pitch to Avery is fouled over the Waterloo dugout for strike one. Bouncing off the road over here. Looks like we may have a scuffed up ball. All right, back to baseball, and Avery in an 0-1 count. Tucker with a 2.5 step lead over there. Tucker off with the pitch. Avery with a grounder. It hit Tucker. So unfortunately, Tucker is out on that play. Unfortunate there. And that will end the inning for Waterloo, but they plate 2 more. And they lead 5-0. Just unfortunate there that Avery would have hit it in the hole. Well, he did hit it in the hole between first and second, and Tucker easily would have made it to third on that play. I don't know if he would have had enough to score. So some defensive substitutions here for Waterloo. We've got Shea taking over at first for Dylan. Ryan is behind the plate now for Trey. Trey moves to third base. And Emmanuel will head out to right field. And Mason Dolphin will be in left. So headed to the bottom of the third, Waterloo leading 3-0. And once again, Avery on the mound for his third inning of work. And an opening pitch is a strike on the outside corner. And number 2 swung on and missed. And Avery tries to take something off that one, but 1-2. Bottom of the third, Waterloo leading 5-0. And there's a pitch and fouled on. Foul tip. So we'll do it again at 1-2. And that is fouled off. That ball is low. 2-2 now. And another foul tip. Batter stays alive. And there's a shot over to second. Caught out there by Gavin. So nice catch by Gavin over at second. Avery's first pitch is ball. It's outside. Another one outside. 2-0. Oh, Avery tried to overthrow that one. 3-0. Avery's got that one, so Avery issues a 4-pitch walk. First walk of the game. And pitch home. Swung on and missed. Strike one. And swung on and missed. Strike two. Unfortunately, Ryan could not get the exchange to his hand in time. I think the base might have been stolen anyway, but so 0-2 with a runner on second now, one down. And there's a pop-up. That's over to third, and Trey with a catch. So two down in the bottom of the third. Runner on second, Waterloo leading 5-0. And fouled off straight back at me. Strike one. And swung on a miss, strike two in the inside corner. So quickly ahead, 0-2. And there's a little liner over to short. And that retires the side. So Avery with one blemish of a walk in that inning, but does not allow the runner to score. So through 3 innings of play, Waterloo 5, Pardeeville nothing. Due up for Waterloo, Wyatt, Dillon, and Mason Dolphin. So contingent for Waterloo, probably 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17, 18, maybe with a few kids. So not a bad travel. If you're coming up Highway 16, though, outside of Rio, between Rio and Wyacina there, before you get to 22, single lane traffic in a couple of spots. Took us about an extra 5 minutes to get here. We'll definitely not be going home that way, that's for sure. So Wyatt steps in with Waterloo leading 5-1. Or 5-0, excuse me. That ball is back to the backstop. And Wyatt fouls one off. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. Wyatt with a solid single to right his first time up. And Wyatt grounds over to second. Glove there and throws on to retire Wyatt for the first out of the inning. First pitch to Dillon is popped up, and catcher will take it himself. So 4 pitches and 2 outs. And Mason Dolphin steps into the plate. Mason swings at the first pitch, and that is going to be a tough play for the shortstop. Mason Dolphin is safe at first. Always hustling down the line, Mason Dolphin is. So runner on first, and Jacob steps in, who's 1 for 1 on the day. And Jacob grounds one over to third, and they try to get the force at second, but Mason Dolphin beats it, and Jacob is safe on the fielder's choice. So runners on first and second, and Ryan's up, who's taken off his catcher's gear. So 2 down and runners on first and second. And Ryan swings through the first pitch. 0-1. And there's a second one that's on the inside corner that Ryan could not hold up on. Quickly in a hole, 0-2. And swings through that one, strike 3. So Waterloo fails to score in the top of the fourth, but they still maintain their 5-0 advantage. And we are going to see something that hasn't happened this year yet. And that means Gavin will be on the mound. Probably on a limited pitch count here. He's been having some shoulder issues all season. Missed a couple games earlier in the year. Was finally able to get back on the diamond and play second and short. But he is going to be trying to pitch here in a 5-0 Waterloo lead. Close the book on Avery. 3 innings pitch, 1 hit. 3 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batter. Avery came in with a 1.15 ERA, and that will get lowered after today. So defensive change for Waterloo. We've got Trey moving to second for Gavin. Dylan in at first. Wyatt out in left. And Emmanuel in right. And first pitch by Gavin is way outside, ball 1. Gotta knock some rust off this arm. Skinny hasn't pitched since last fall. And the second pitch is outside, 2-0. Three and 0 off the top of Ryan's glove. Back to the fence. And ball 4 for Gavin. So 4-pitch walk. So let's see if Pardeeville's in the mood for some small ball here again. Bunt to get the runner over. And bluff move back to first. Time called. And Gavin's first pitch is high and inside. There's the first strike in there. 1-1 now. And over to first. But he's back in time. That ball is high. 2-1. That almost hit him. 3-1. And there's a foul straight back. So we've got it full. And that is fouled back. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Bottom of the fourth. Only the second batter of the inning for Pardeeville. First batter walked, but Waterloo maintains a 5-0 lead. And that is high back to the fence. So back-to-back walks issued by Gavin, and we're going to have a coaching visit here by Coach Ross. See if he's okay to pitch or... All right, so coaching visit over. Nobody down, and Pardeeville with runners on first and second. And pitch is high. Ball one. That swung on and missed. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. There's another one right down the middle, 1-2. Oh, curveball just high. 2-2. And Gavin tries to throw another one and tries to hit the outside corner but missed. 3-2. That is on the outside corner. Gavin recovers the first out via strikeout. So one down. Pardeeville still with runners on first and second. Waterloo leading 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth. And that ball is high and inside. That ball is high and inside. 2-0. That ball is high. 3-0. Striking the outside corner. 3-1 now. Yeah, that's right down the middle. Swung on and missed. 3-2 now. So Gavin's fought his way back to get it to full count. And that is just inside. So bases are loaded. One down. Gavin's first pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. And that ball is way outside, back to the fence. And Ryan unable to corral it. And Pardeeville gets a run in. Waterloo leads 5-1. Count is even at a ball and a strike. All runners move up. So Pardeeville with runners on second and third. First base open. And that is swung on and missed. Strike two. 1-2. And that is swung on and missed way out ahead of that one. So 2 down now. Ball outside. That's another one outside. 2-0. There's a good pitch. 2-1.
Keep working.
There's a grounder up the front of the Pardeeville dugout. Even at 2-2, with 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Waterloo leading 5-1.
Go down the ready infield. Here we go.
And that is a curveball that misses outside. 3-2. And that is fouled into the lake. Splashdown. So we'll do it again, 3-2. And that is a liner out to left, excuse me. And out. Unfortunately, Ryan dropped the ball at home. The runner from third scored. Runner from second coming around. Good throw by Wyatt. But Ryan unable to corral it. So 2-run score on the play. And that makes it 5-3. And that is ball outside. 1-0. And that's a grounder over to second. Scooped on by Trey and gloved by Dylan at first for the third out. But Pardeeville does some damage. And they cut into the lead. So through 4 innings of play, Waterloo only up 5-3 now. And due up for Waterloo, Emmanuel, and then back to the top of the order in Trey and Gavin. Lights came on in the last half inning here in Pardeeville. Now we are headed to the top of the 5th. In a close one here, 5-3. Still no wind out here. Maybe a new pitcher for Pardeeville also again. I need to pay more attention to what their numbers are. I believe it's a new catcher for sure.
Start us up. Come on, Manuel. What's up, buddy? All the way now.
And Emmanuel with a nice shot out to center and caught out there. 1 pitch, 1 out for Waterloo. Just noticed something a little. I realize that I know that Pardeeville has a lot of lefties in their lineup, but they've got a left-handed catcher, left-handed first baseman, left-handed second baseman, and left-handed third baseman. Trey reaches out for that one and caught out there by the shortstop. So 2 quick outs for Waterloo in the top of the 5th.
Here you go, Gav. Make him work a little bit.
And brings up Gavin. And Gavin swings and through the wickets of the shortstop. And Gavin will reach. And Gavin will take second. Heads up play by Gavin to keep running. So Mason doubled his last time up. And Gavin is off with the first pitch, and that ball will be back to the fence. Corralled quickly by the catcher, and Gavin will stay at third. But another run, 80 feet away. And Gavin lines one out to center, and that is going to fall in front of the center fielder, and Waterloo plates another run.
Gav, way to be aggressive, bub.
So Waterloo up now 6-3. And Mason with a long, he's gone. And is he going to be safe? And he is safe under the tag. So Mason left really early, but was able to slide in safely. Fourth stolen base of the night for Waterloo. Mason with a good secondary lead out there. And wheeled around and throws right on the bag, but Mason is in time. And Shea's got a grounder up through the middle. Past the shortstop. Mason will come around and score. And Waterloo plates another run.
Here we go, Fiver.
And they lead 7-3.
Lay a bet on it. Here we go.
Tucker 2 for 2 today with a run scored. And Shea is back to first, only with about a step and a half lead over there. And Shea is off with the pitch and throw down to second. But Shea is in there standing.
Gotta come to you.
So Tucker ahead 1-0. And that's a grounder over to short. Gloved and throws. And in time for the third out of the inning. But Waterloo's able to plate two more. And they lead now 7-3. And that will close the book on Gavin, as Jacob will take the mound here in the fifth inning. And other defensive substitutions here. Dylan will be behind the plate. And other people slowly walk out of the dugout, and we'll figure out where they're going to be at once they stop moving. So Waterloo with two big runs there in the top of the fifth inning, all with two outs. Almost could have been 3 pitches, 3 outs. But Gavin's got underneath the shortstop's hands, expecting a bounce there, and it went right under its glove. So it all started with 2 outs from there, and they were able to plate 2 more runs, and they lead 7-3 now, headed to the bottom of the fifth. So Avery's on first. Gavin on second. Mason at short. Shea at third. Outfield left to right. Emmanuel, Tucker, and Trey is in right. Dylan behind the plate. Jacob's first pitch is outside, ball 1. And that is low and back to the fence, 2-0. And there's a swing and a miss, strike one. 2-1. Waterloo leading 7-3 in the bottom of the fifth. And there's a swing and a miss, strike two for Jacob. And Jacob down 2-0 on this batter and strikes him out on the next three pitches. So one down here in the top of the fifth, the bottom of the fifth, excuse me. And that is over the batter's head and off of Dylan's glove and back to the fence. Bounced so far about to the infield that Shea picked it up and got it back into play to Jacob. And there's a swing right down the middle, 1-1. And that's a grounder over to short, gloved by Mason, and over to first, and Avery records the putout. So two down. Mason didn't give up on that play. He stayed with it. A couple feet away from second when he was able to get a hold of that one. And there's a foul ball over the Waterloo dugout. And Mason was able to set his feet and get it over to Avery. And that is fouled off Dylan's mask. And Jacob ahead 0-2. And there it is, right down the middle. So Jacob pitches a clean inning. And are we headed to the top of the sixth? And Pardeeville's taking the mound. Due up for Waterloo, Avery, Wyatt, and Dylan. Can use some help getting this part of the lineup going today. Right now they are only 1 for 6. The next three hitters. Top 5 hitters in the Waterloo lineup have 8 hits total, and the bottom 7 only have 3. So I don't believe this is a new pitcher. I believe he pitched last inning. Number 2, yes, he was on the mound last inning. It should have only taken him 3, and he could have pitched out of it. And Avery's going to step in. And first pitch is over his head, ball 1. Out of room in right center for Avery. That pitch drops low, 2-0. A lot of room in right center. Avery can just wait back on this pitch a little bit. And that's popped up. Shortstop is calling for it and makes the catch. Avery 0 for 3 today brings up Wyatt. Wyatt 1 for 2. That is fouled out. Straight back. That is outside, 1-1. We're in the top of the 6th here in Pardeeville. Waterloo leading 7-3. One down. And a 1-1 count to Wyatt. He swings and nubs one up towards first. That hit the batter. So off of Wyatt's foot in foul territory. And he is in a hole, 1-2. And Wyatt rifles one over to second. Scooped over there and throws to first just in time.
Good, Dilly. Just like last time, bud.
And Dylan leaves that one alone. Ball 1. Just high. It is low and outside, 2-0. And Dylan fouls one over my head for the first strike at the at-bat, 2-1.
Dilly, drive it now, kid.
That ball is outside, 3-1. So Dylan ahead here, hitters count. And Dylan swings through that one, 3-2.
Contact, kid.
Hit it, look alive!
And Dylan fouls that one over the Waterloo bench. So still a full count. And we'll do it again. Somebody testing fireworks off. And that is ball 4. Pretty close to take for me, but that was called a ball, so we'll take it. So 2 down, and Waterloo with a runner on scoring position. And Mason Dolphin is up.
Get one in the gap now, bud.
And blocked by the catcher up to the first base line. But Dylan holds it first. 1-0 to Mason Dolphin. Dylan's safe at first on the throw over. Dylan back again. Dylan not with that big of a lead over there. Step and a half maybe. And he's off. And Mason Dolphin with a shot past the shift on with the... And Dylan's coming home. And he is safe. Ball gets away from him, and Mason Dolphin is headed to third on the play. And never stop moving. Mason Dolphin with a solid single. Dylan scores. And on the throw home, Mason Dolphin takes third. So another run sitting over there. 80 feet away, Waterloo up 8-3. Mason Dolphin only with about a half a step lead over there, but they decided to throw over to third just to check to see if he was awake. Mason's got about a step lead over there now, but coming home. And nice stop by the Pardeeville catcher to keep that run from scoring. And Jacob Gear with a shot out to left. And that is over his head. And Jacob will be in with a standing double. And Mason Dolphin scores on the play.
Don't have to pull it. Go with it.
Go even right center. That's even better.
And Waterloo leads now 9-3. That ball is inside. Good eye by Ryan, 1-0. That ball is outside. Jacob will not advance from second. Don't want to make that third out at third. So Ryan ahead 2-0. And that ball is thrown into center field. And Jacob will take third. Now 2-0 count, and Jacob's on third. 2 down in the top of the 6th. Waterloo up 9-3 with the 2 extra runs they've got this inning. That ball is low and outside, 3-0. That is outside and back to the fence, but Jacob will not go anywhere.
Hey, man, here we go, just like last time. Hit it hard. Manuel.
So, runners on first and third, and Emmanuel steps in with 2 down. Ryan off with the pitch, ball is outside. And Emmanuel with a nice grounder past the shortstop into center field, and Jacob will score, and Ryan will also score. So Manuel with a two RBI single. Plates 2. And Waterloo up 11-3 and back to the top of the order in Trey. That ball is outside and back to the fence, and Emmanuel will take second. That ball is outside. Two and 0 to Trey. And that's in there for a strike. 2-1. And Trey fouls one back. 2-2.
You got this one, Z. Come on, kid.
So Trey has worked it full. Emmanuel on second. 4 runs in the inning, and Waterloo up 11-3. 2 down. And Trey pops one straight up. Catcher's going to give chase, and caught over there for the third out. But Waterloo scores 4 in their half of inning number 6, and they lead now 11-3. Jacob will be on for his second inning of work to hopefully close the door here. So just like that, where the bottom part of the order for Waterloo was struggling, they picked it up. Dylan with a walk, Mason Dolphin with a single, Jacob with a double, Ryan with a walk, Emmanuel with a single. So just like that, Waterloo has their best offensive output of any inning of the day, scoring 4. And they're now up by 8. Defensively, the only change here will be okay, so okay, we're still trying to get set here defensively. Wyatt going to third. Shays at short. Emmanuel at second. Avery at first. Right field is Ryan. Tucker in center. And Mason Dolphin in right. And left, excuse me. And opening pitch is strike. 0-1. And that one's right down there, 2-0, or 0-2. And that one's fouled. And will probably trickle into the lake.
Keep peppering. Here we go.
Well, first hitter of the bottom of the 6th. And Jacob, grounder over to short, gloved by Shea, over to first in time for the out. Avery with a little bit of a stretch over there to get that get that extra couple of inches where he's just a little bit closer to the throw. And Jacob hits the inside corner, and he's quickly at 0-1. And that's number 2. Took a little something off of that. Looked like his patented changeup. And that ball is low. And swinging a miss, strike 3. Well, second out recorded via the strikeout. That's 3 strikeouts out of 5 outs for Jacob in this game. And Pardeeville down to their last out. And a bunt throws over to first. Avery corrals it for the 3rd out. And that will be your ball game. So Waterloo with a close one here for the first couple of innings, but they're able to pull it out 11-3. And we will see you next week Monday, a doubleheader. Should be good games against Wisconsin Dells. Okay, well, I guess we'll play one more. I guess we still have some time. 2-hour time limit.
Summer break, you shouldn't have a bedtime. Yeah.
Some of us have.
Yeah.
Come on, Casey. Jeez. Official score?
All right, so headed to the top of the 7th here. Gavin, Mason, and Shea will be up. 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Waterloo lineup. So new pitcher on the mound for Pardeeville. Sorry, folks, we are still live. Anybody hanging with me here? Guess it was only an hour and 45 minutes, but I guess we're playing 7th inning. I don't think we play any more than 7. Tom Toy still hanging out with me on the broadcast, watching it probably on the big screen TV, probably napping in his chair. All right, so top of the 7th. In an 11-3 game, and Gavin steps in, who is 3 for 3 this game with 3 runs. And Gavin leaves that one alone. Ball 1. And Gavin swings through that one, 1-1. That ball is high, 2-1. That is popped up, and pitcher is gonna call that one in foul territory. Yes, Carla, I did think it was the end of the game, but unfortunately, it was only an hour and 45 minutes. I guess game time limits are 2 hours, so they decided to play one more. So Mason is up, and he hits a shot out to left, and caught out there. So 2 down quickly for Waterloo, and up steps Shea, who's 1 for 3 today.
Go through, bang. Come on up, kid.
And he leaves that one alone. Ball 1. And Shea pops one up, but that will be over the Waterloo dugout. And off the roof of the Waterloo dugout. You probably heard that. So even at a ball and a strike, 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Waterloo up 11-3. And that hit Shea. I believe he leads the team in hit by pitches. I can check that stat real quick.
Sit back 5. Take it to right. Here we go.
Shea now leads the team in hit by pitches. That's his 3rd one. 3rd one on the Teener League season. So 2 down, and in steps Tucker. And Shea is off at the pitch. Ball is inside. And Shea is in there with his 2nd stolen base of the day. So runner in scoring position again here for Waterloo, top of the 7th. They lead 11-3, but 2 outs. That is outside. 2-0 count to Tucker. And Tucker with a little flare over to second. Gloved over there, and Tucker is safe at first. So runners on the corners with 2 down, and Avery's up.
Let's go, pieces. Keep this going now, kid.
That ball is high. Pitch is high, I should say. 1-0. That ball is inside. 2-0. And Avery fouls one over my head. 2-1. Part of Avery's 0 for 3 today was a grounder that he would have had a single on, but unfortunately took a hop and hit Tucker for the 3rd out of the inning. So Avery charged with an at-bat, but 3rd out was recorded. So Tucker's off with that one, and Avery has to duck out of the way. So 3-1 count to Avery.
Right there now, Abe. Ducks on the pond now, kid.
And Tucker takes second. So 2 runners in scoring position with 2 down in the top of the 7th. And Avery with a pop up to first base and caught over there. And Waterloo is turned away in the 7th inning. Stranding 2 runners, they lead 11-3. And will Jacob come out for his 3rd inning of work? I don't see why not. He's been pretty efficient to this point. He's walking to the mound, and he will pick up that baseball. So Jacob on for his 3rd inning of work. He's already recorded. He hasn't given up a hit yet. 3 strikeouts and 2 innings of work. I don't expect too many warm-up pitches for him. Hopefully Waterloo's defense can get out on the field, and we can officially end this game. I believe it's 2 hours or 7 innings. Am I right, Aaron?
Hour 40.
Hour 40?
No new innings after hour 40. I think we started.
Oh, you're right. Well,
8:52.
so,
We probably started at 8:08 or something.
well, the coach pitch game went for a little while extra. Then they re-chalked the lines, didn't they? Or they at least raked, I think. Probably maybe didn't re-chalk, but... So we'll set the defense for you here. Manuel's at second. It's still Shea. I believe this defense is the same it was last inning. So let's see if Jacob can deliver in his 3rd inning of work. That's on the outside corner. Strike 1. And that ball is inside. 1-1. Jacob in there. 1-2. He's ahead. That foul tip. So we'll do it again at 1-2. And that is a grounder just outside of first. Stopped by the first base coach's clipboard. So we'll do it again at 1-2. That's inside 2-2. And that is fouled right along the Waterloo bench. So hitter continues to stay alive here. 2-2. And grounder over here to second. Emmanuel gloves it and throws to Avery in time for the out. So good battle there for Pardeeville batter. Fouled the number off, but recorded by the ground out. And Jacob starts him off with a swinging strike, 0-1. And another one there, strike 2 on the outside corner, swinging away.
Target deal now. Here we go, Bub.
And that is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Good up, Jake. Looking good, kid.
So 2 down here in the 7th. Waterloo leads 11-3. And swung and a miss. Strike one. Ooh, just tried to shoot the outside corner and just missed.
Who wants this one? Let's go.
1-1. Ooh, ball just outside. 2-1. That's right in there. 2-2 now.
Reach back down 15. Here we go. There it is.
And grounder over to short. Scooped by Shea and caught by Avery. And that should do the ball game. So, one extra inning, but 11. Waterloo still remains and prevails 11-3. So we'll be uploading this to my YouTube channel here probably yet tonight. And we will see you next Wednesday. Once again, final score from Pardeeville. Waterloo remains undefeated and defeats Pardeeville 11-3.